The movie Tolkien is set to hit theaters this weekend. It's a biopic about acclaimed fantasy author J.R.R. Tolkien, who you may know, of course, as the author of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. The movie stars Nicholas Hoult and Lily Collins. First of all, can we address this whole Tolkien controversy? Because probably some of you watching at home are like, huh? Is Tolkien?
Who's Tolkien? I thought it was Tolkien.
Yeah.
No, they make a big point in the movie in order to correct his name, and you know, it just hasn't been, and some things then just become kind of ironclad, but it is Tolkien.
Yeah. The trailer, they say Tolkien, and then I came across a bunch of articles and tweets. People are like, I've been a fan my entire life, and I just realized how to say the dude's name.
We're blowing people's minds today.
Yeah. But besides that, there's a lot more to the movie. You're going to learn a lot more.
Yes. No, so obviously we're very familiar with his works, The Hobbit, Lord of the Ring, and those were just the ones that were made into movies.
Yeah.
He's got, you know, a great canon. But
even if you're not into those things or haven't seen them, you'll still enjoy this movie, right?
Absolutely. So if you are very familiar with the works, then this movie will just, you know, hit on a very deeper level, because there's so much kind of the way that it's done artistically is woven in. Yes. But if you're not, then it's a love story first. It's his early years and how he met his wife, and he was an orphan, and very interesting on kind of his mind and creativity and what stimulated him to create these worlds and these languages that are unlike any other. So.
And it's fascinating. I feel like people who are artistic in that sense always have kind of a weird or interesting life story that makes them think differently.
Definitely makes them think outside of the box.
Yeah.
So Lily Collins plays the wife, Edith.
Love her.
And Nicholas Hoult is Tolkien, and he did a fantastic job, so I got a chance to sit down and talk with both of them.
Since childhood, I have been fascinated with language. I've invented my own.
You invented an entire language?
Yes. I made stories.
I didn't know much about Tolkien's upbringing, so to get to see that played by you on screen was really interesting. For you coming in, kind of what impacted you most?
I was in the same boat as you. I really knew nothing about the man behind these stories. I was a fan, so I came into it being like, oh, I love The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and all these things, and then reading the script for the first time, I was like, wow, this man had lived an incredible life, and learning about these friendships and the love of his life. And his passions, I was like, wow, this is fascinating.
Love the idea with this, you know, secret society that he had, the fellowship, the camaraderie to push each other, but then also that they identified their passions so young. You've been acting a long time. When did you know this is something that I want to spend the rest of my life doing?
I don't know, it was something that I always really enjoyed from a young age, but it was kind of one of those hobbies that you keep doing, and then was fortunate to get a few little breaks along the way, but then I was also very aware of that kind of element of being a child actor can be difficult to transition into keeping doing it as an adult. So I loved doing it, but was also weary of it in a way, because I was like, the chances are I don't get to do it. So I kind of kept this love of it, but also kind of, tried to keep it at arm's length in some regard. I feel very lucky to still be doing it.
When did you know that acting was something that was for you?
I was in a show when I was 2 here in England on the BBC, and I just, ever since I could tell stories, I knew. I was very driven in that regard, knowing that it was something that I wanted to do, and I also knew it would be kind of a slow burn in a way. I wanted to continue schooling. I loved education and being in school with my friends, but I also saw the end result, and I really want to do that. So it was something that sometimes my friends didn't really understand. What do you mean you're going to an audition? Like, where are you meeting? I'm like, oh, it's fine, you'll understand later. Like, I just always knew that I wanted to do it, and I could see it going places. I just knew it was going to take me a little longer because I was being told no, but I didn't take it as, no, it's not for you. It was like, okay, not right now.
She loved the piano and was very talented at it. Coming from a musical family, was that something that was easy for you to pick up?
I trained for a little while for it, but it wasn't nearly enough time to be as good as she would have been. So I do obviously love music. It's a huge part of my upbringing and kind of who I am as a person now, and the kind of actress that I am, and I use music a lot of the time to influence my work. But also movie magic is wonderful, and camera angles are wonderful. I think for everyone's sake, it was better that it was fibbed a little bit.
Of course Lily's talking there, but her father is Phil Collins.
Yeah, and I didn't know
connection
that.
wasn't made, yeah.
I just watched a movie with her this weekend, the Ted Bundy Netflix movie. I love her, and I love what she said. Just because someone tells you no, it doesn't mean no forever. Just not right now. Keep going at it a little bit later.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really enjoyed about the film were the themes and the idea that, you know, Tolkien had this secret society, but they were there to push each other and to encourage each other, and all of them went on to do great things because they were able to kind of identify those gifts early on, and we all need that within our lives. And then Edith, his wife, ended up inspiring one of the elfish princesses, and you know, you'll see, like
she
you
better
said.
have. If I was his wife, I'd be like, yeah, you better make some character for me.
Like you said, it's great to see all the ways that people use their upbringing, positive or negative, in order to produce creative, you know, material.
And this movie's out tomorrow.
Yeah.
You recommend it, and are you going to say Tolkien, or what is it, Tolkien?
I'm gonna say it how he would like it, Tolkien.
Yeah, let's be respectful,
let's
right?
be respectful to the family.
Yeah. All right. Heather and Stella.